here is the review of the Figma Puella Magi Madoka Magica, or just simply Madoka Magica Sayaka Miki. So here we have Sayaka Miki here and all of her gloriness, and getting closer look here. Just like with all the other Figmas, well, especially the ones from the Madoka Magica show, the eyes are cleanly painted and they're well sculpted, and she does have the blue hair, and she does have some blue eyebrows here. And her suit or dress, I guess you can call it. I'm gonna go ahead and call this a suit, because this does kind of look like a suit, or maybe a dress. But it does look really nicely done. Has some gold paint around her chest and some more gold paint on the white part of her dress or suit. And her on her belly button here, she does have a really nice sculpted and painted in soul gem here. Because, yes, her soul gem is located on her belly button here. And she does have a nicely painted and sculpted in belt here. And her skirt does have some white paint on it. And her sleeves do have some blue paint on it, with some gold trim on these bracelet things. And she does have some more like belt buckles on her legs here, which are painted and sculpted in. And she has the white socks and her boots here, which do have some gold paint around it. And she does have a really nice cloth cape here. And the back side of her is also painted and sculpted in. If I can show y'all it. And all around, a really nice looking little action figure for its time. And it still does look amazing today. And for articulation, her head can swivel all the way around. She can look up that far and look down that far. And it can pivot side to side. Oh, another painted in detail that I forgot to show you is she does have some gold around this like necklace thing where her cape is attached to. And her arms are on a ball joint, but they do get hindered by the cape here. But she does have a bicep swivel, elbow, which almost looks like a double jointed elbow, wrist swivel, and her hands can move up and down. And she does have a ball jointed torso here and a ball joint at the waist here. And her legs can move forward and back, but the skirt does limit it. And they can only move out about that far. Thigh swivel. Knee, which almost looks like a double jointed knee. And her feet can move up and down. And a little bit of an ankle pivot. She does have an ankle pivot, but only a little bit of an ankle pivot. And the cape is also posable, because it is on a wire here and also here. So you can move it around however you want. You could see there. But I wouldn't recommend you moving the wires too much, because if you do, then over time the wires will weaken and they will snap off. But the wires on this figure that I got still hold up after all these years, which is amazing. And for accessories, you, of course, just like with all the other Figmas, you get the included sandwich bag to put all of your accessories into. And you do get a little rack of hands. And the hands that she comes with is, the ones that are on her is just the closed fists. But on this rack here, she does come with 2 open hands, 2 grabbing hands, and one of her hands just fell out. 2 grabbing hands here, 2 trigger finger hands, which are these 2, and 2 pointing hands. But when you're swapping the hands on this figure, you do want to be very careful because these bracelets here will come sliding off. If I can show y'all. You can see these little bracelets will come falling out, and you will lose these. So be mindful of that. So now let me get her hand back in. Oops. And of course you do get the little included display stand here. That does rotate here and has 3 hinge joints here. And this peg will go into a hole on the back right there. And the hole does fit into the peg a lot better on mine. Oh, and mine also came with this extra little peg here where if you don't want to like display her like this, then you can attach this onto this peg here, and this does rotate. And this peg can still fit on the hole on the back of her. And she also comes with a number of swords, and she comes with a total of 8 swords, and this is what they look like here. You can see they do have a nice silver painted in blade here with some blue on both sides, and it does have some gold on it. And the way she holds these is you would grab one of her hands, which are the trigger finger hands, which are these. And what you would do is you would try and put her hand around the handle and try to feed the trigger finger here into this little hole here. There we go. There we go. So they look like this. And you can have her hold it in her hand. So it looks like that right there. And she also does come with, if I can get it out of the little case here. She also does come with a total of 8 of these things here. And what these are is that you can insert the swords onto these, because it has that little groove right there. And the way you would insert them into that little groove, and y'all cannot really see it that well. Well, y'all can clearly see it. But you would take these swords here, and you would take the tip of the blade and slot it inside that little groove, and they don't like tab in anywhere. They just sit there and you gotta balance it correctly so they look like that. And another thing that she does come with is this little cardboard base here. And what you would do with this little cardboard base here is on the sides here, it does have 8 of these little notches that you can insert the blades of the swords into. So they look like this. And I think it should be the other way around. Like that. And you can also attach this onto the little display stand. And the way you would do it is, first I will have to get Sayaka Miki off of it. The way you would do it is you would remove this little posable arm, and on this little cardboard base there's a hole here where you can put this little peg through, and then you would reattach the stand back on. And now you can have it like that. And you can display Sayaka Miki on. And the last thing, which I think it is, we're not at the last accessories yet. Because she does come with an alternate cape piece here. And that is this. And this is a plastic cape here. And the way you would attach this to Sayaka is to attach it to her, you will have to remove her head and remove the cape, the fabric one, and then reattach the plastic cape onto her. And reattach her head. And it is really back heavy for her, but you can have it like that right there. But I'm going to go ahead and attach the cloth one. And the last accessories that she comes with is some alternate faces. So the one she has on her is just the smiling face. And she also comes with another smiling face with her eyes closed. And she also does come with a screaming, angry face here. And of course, swapping the faces is really easy. All you do is just remove parts of her hair, remove her face, there we go. And I'm going to go ahead and attach the screaming, angry face here. So you can have it like that. And that's about all of the accessories that she comes with. I'm looking through real quick to see if I got everything. And it looks like I did. for a size comparison, here she is next to Kyoko and Homura. So you can see how they look together side by side. And they look really good together. So now let me get them out of the way so we can get to our final thoughts. So final thoughts, another really amazing figure by Figma. And it still does look great for its time. But my only problem with her is the articulation on her feet is a bit limited. Because she only has a little bit of an ankle pivot. And another problem I have with her is if you have the plastic cape on her, it does have her some balancing issues. Because the plastic cape is just way too heavy for her. But everything else about her looks really cool. So I think that's about it. So there you have it. The Figma Sayaka Miki from Puella Magi Madoka Magica. And if you like this video, give me a like, comment, and subscribe for more. And if you want to check out some other videos you may have missed, there's a playlist set up on my YouTube channel. And if you want to, you can also follow me or support me on my Patreon account, and I will leave a link in the description down below for my Patreon account. Or you can also click on that little box right there where it has the P for Patreon right there. So I think that's about it. So thanks for watching.